Hi, good evening, good evening. All right, so tonight is power bar night. That's why you're here. So I'm going to stand up. You probably should too if you're not already. And we're making sure that bar's just sitting on the floor in front of us while I pull my shorts down. There we go. All right, so the bar's in front of you so we can pick it up easily. All right, standing up nice and tall, belly button just gently drawing back towards the spine. We still want to breathe, okay? And let's just roll those shoulders gently back. So we want to loosen up, just loosen up and start to move that body. Good, float the arms up, breathing in. Breathe out, float it down. And the other way, breathing in and breathe out, floating down. And once more, lifting up, lengthening that spine, pulling right up out of your hips. And then the other way, up. Good, and down. Let's take the right arm up now and do a little side stretch. Just gentle on this one. And coming up, over to the other side, just gentle. And pulling up again. Bring the arms down, chin to the chest. And deep breath out, roll yourself down towards the floor. So we're hanging upside down here. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly start to unroll yourself back up to the top. And lift. Good, let's go again. Deep breath out all the way down. Remember, those shoulders are relaxed. The neck is relaxed. Slowly coming up, allowing the upper body to be heavy as you roll back to the top. Good. Okay, this time we're going down. We're going to place those handles onto the feet. So slowly rolling down, slipping one foot, one on, and then slipping on the other. While you're down there, grab that bar and slowly roll yourself back up to the top. Good, standing tall, let those shoulders just fall into place. All right, keep those elbows slightly bent. Take a breath in, bring the bar up as high as you can. And deep breath out, bring it down. Now, if you notice when I do this, just talking about shoulders and stuff, when I come up, I actually bend my elbows a little bit more than I usually would, okay? So it's up to you and your elastic, how tight it is, how strong you are in the shoulders, okay? Make sure that those arms don't swing back, just come up to the height that you feel comfortable with. Good, and we're gonna do that once more. Deep breath out, and breathing in. That's it, good. All right, let's take it out in front of us. Let's roll it 2 times. Take the feet out a little wider, and we're going to come down and pull up tall, and down, and pull up tall. So I don't want you rolling those shoulders forward, so we haven't gone super tight, okay? This is just going to stop you from lifting those arms up too high, okay? So you're only going to keep it low. You're just going to get it to a little bit of tension, and that is it. And down. Good, let's do a couple more. Down. And lift, and last one, down. And lift, good. Let's take those feet out and put it back on full length. Take the arms up. And as we bend the knees, we're going to bring the bar down in front, okay? So if you're coming in front, what you've got to be careful of is that you're not doing this, all right? So keep your elbows and the bar is just in front of you, all right? So you don't have to go all the way up, but it is important that that those elbows don't swing backwards. So let's go down, 1 and 2. Pull those knees back, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, let's hold. Let's bring the bar down behind us now. So if you can, I want it behind your head. If you can't get your shoulders back that far, Just rest that bar right on the top of the head. And then squeeze and up and squeeze and up. Keep that weight centered the whole time. And squeeze and up and over and up and over. Good, last ones, over, up and over, up, and we push up and slowly take it all the way down. So even when you're moving in and out of position with the bar, and it's the same as if you were using a normal resistance band as well, you've got to be aware of where your posture is. So we don't want those shoulders rolling forward and then pulling down on us, okay? We've got to think about strong upper back, okay? Let's take the weight up and behind us. And then I just tuck my thumbs, so I'm taking my thumbs around to the same side as my fingers, okay? And then we're gonna try and bring it in close and bring those elbows forward so I can see them properly in the corner of my eyes. They're just forward of my face. All right, we're standing up nice and tall, and we're going to push up. 1, and tuck down behind you, and 2, tuck down behind you. You can feel the little arch that the bar makes, that little semicircle D shape as it comes up. It's arching around. Good. Couple more. Last one. And again, slowly bring it down nice and close to the body. Okay, how are those arms feeling? Let's roll it up. This time I'm going with 4. And I'm going to turn the palms. So we're going to do some bicep curls now. So I want you, and I'm going to do this off the mat because I'm going to involve a little bit of balance. All right, put a small bend in the knees, just enough so that they're not completely straight, and we're going to curl in for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take your right foot, place the toes beside your foot, left foot right beside the other foot. Lift up out of the supporting leg, don't sink, and we curl again. 1, 2. Now if your foot's off the floor, that's fine, but don't let that elastic pull it higher. 5 more, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Good, let's transfer to the other foot, and 10, and 9, 8. So you can feel that one side's a lot tighter than the other. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. Good, okay, I'm going to unroll that carefully. I'm going to place the bar down on the floor. So roll yourself down. Slip the handles off your feet. Hold the handles in your hand. Drop your chin down to your chest. Relax your arms. Allow them to be heavy and hang towards the floor so that you're getting a nice stretch in that upper back there. Draw the belly button to the spine and slowly roll up with the handles in your hand. Good, so the bar should be on the floor now. Okay, we're just gonna make this even. There we go. All right, so we're gonna stand on top of the bar. So I'm just gonna move it back a little. Okay, and then we're gonna take one foot and then the other. And remember, it's the heels that are sitting on the bar, not the center of the foot and not your toes, okay? Make sure it is the heels. All right, and make sure that that join is in the center between the feet. All right, again, just listen to your body. If you don't want to take your arms up high, you don't need to. Bring them out to the side, so you can stop here or you can put a little bit of tension in it. It's up to you. Shoulders are down. Let's bring the arms in and open. 1. Now I just want you to open straight out to the side, so control it, okay? Don't let the chest push forward. Feel the movement coming from the shoulders. So I can see my hands in the corner of my eyes as I take it out to the side. And 5 and 4, watch that chest doesn't pop. 3, 2 and 1, and take it down. Good, okay. So we're gonna bring the arms up above the head now, okay? But if you don't wanna go that high, then don't. You can just pull up, get some tension in it, and then lower straight back down. Otherwise, all the way to the top and all the way down. Deep breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out on the harder part, the coming up. And in. And out. And in. Hand out. And in. We're going to do one more. And out. And in. Good. Roll down. Don't put the handles down. You can swap hands. Swap the handles into the opposite hands and roll back up. So when you come up, you should have a little cross there. Good work. Bend the knees a little. Okay, I'm gonna make it just a little shorter. It's up to you. Elbows out. Now, just watch how much you hinge, because the further over you hinge, the more your back's gonna work. So you can always come upright a little bit. Belly button back, lift that pelvic floor and pull on those elbows out. 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 Good. Shoulders down. So you don't have to come up this high. If you want to just leave it small because your shoulders are hurting, leave it small, okay? Do the right thing for your body to progress. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly down. Good, okay. We're going to take the handles, we're going to drop them on the floor. You're going to step off that bar now, and you can grab yourself a drink and then come to the end of your mat. So I'm going to take my bar and I'm going to place it about halfway down my mat with the handles down where I'm standing. And I'm going to stand up nice and tall. Good. Lift up out of those hips. While we're waiting, we're going to do some little stretches through those shoulders. So bring the arms forward. Deep breath out. Gently squeeze back. And breathe in. Once more, breathe out and gently squeeze back. And breathe in. Bring your arms all the way across and take one arm over the top of the other and hug. So have a look. Which arm is on top? I've got my right arm. Okay. So when I come out and when I come back in, I'm going to pop the other arm on top and hug. Good. Open out to the side and take it down. Drop the chin down to the chest and roll yourself down. Bend your knees so you can reach the floor and walk yourself out over the top of the bar. Come down to your knees if you like. Come down to your elbows if you like, and find a plank. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Strong in the back, strong in the posture and the upper body. Keep breathing deeply. Make sure you can feel the tummy muscles switching on there. Nice long breaths. We're going to hold it for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to push back into child's pose. Really stretch out those arms. And then we're going to sit up. So you should be between your handles and your bar. So I'm just going to get you to turn around. It's as easy as that. So that you're sitting. Is it going to be that easy? Really, Simone, think about it. Place your handles on your feet. Actually, yes, it can be. All right, depends on what you're gonna do. I'm gonna get you to roll it. Bring that bar closer. Okay, now I've got 4, okay? 4. And I'm holding onto the bar here like this, okay, with my fists, and my shoulders are gonna go down, so I bend my elbows. I'm gonna tuck the tailbone under, belly button back. Okay, then we're going to lift the right foot to tabletop. Then we're going to lift the left foot to tabletop. Then we're going to take the right foot down and then the left. Now, if your back is getting sore, don't come back as far and don't lift the leg as high, because you've got to find a center of balance, okay? So your center of balance is not going to be here. All right, so you do need to lean back a bit. You can, if you like, turn those hands and come down onto your elbows. In fact, why don't we do that just so that everyone's slightly more comfortable through the back and the hips. So I've still got 4 rolls there so that it's nice and firm. It's sitting on my waistline there. Okay, belly button has to draw back still. I can't just collapse into my shoulders, strong upper body. So I am gonna have to draw those shoulders back, and we're gonna take the right leg, left leg up, right leg up, left leg down. That's better, isn't it? Left leg down. And now we go right and left and right and left, left and right and left and right, right, left, right, left, left. So that last leg just taps the floor gently before it comes straight back up. Now you can feel those legs working here, but make sure you can feel the tummy working too. Up, up, down and tap, up, up, down and tap, up, up, down and tap. Last one, up, up and down and down. Good work. All right, sit yourself back up. Okay, so I'm going to get you to release all that tension. Place that bar right next to your bottom. Bring your knees in and just sort of hop yourself over the bar. Was that easy? Okay, then I'm going to take 1 foot at a time over the bar. The bar is now in front of me and we're in position. Yay! All right, let's go back to 4 rolls. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn those palms again so that they're facing the ceiling. Bring the elbows in by your waist. Knees pointed to the ceiling and sitting tall. And we're going to tuck and we're going to hold. And the tummy muscles are working here because we're going to twist. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to sit up tall. And we're going to go back again. Tuck and hold. Twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And sit up and tuck. Ready? Twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 1 more. And tuck and twist. 2. Keep that belly back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And sit up tall. Good. Keep that tension there. Bring your knees in. Roll yourself down onto your back. So the bar should be sitting over the hips. Still have your hands facing, or your palms facing towards your head. Okay. Belly button sinks back down to the floor. Knees are pointed to the ceiling. And we're going to roll up into a bridge. Hold it there. We're going to do 5 little curls. So keep your elbows at your waistline here. 3, 4, 5. Still squeezing that bottom. When that bar comes back to the hips, you're going to roll yourself back down to the floor. Again, Roll up. Hold, keep breathing as you curl. 2, elbows at your side, don't lift them. 4, one more. 5, still squeezing that bum. Bring the bar back to the hips before you roll down. Let's go again. Roll it up and curl. 2, 3, 4, 5, and roll back down. And we'll do one more. Roll it up and curl. 2, 3, 4, 5, and roll it back down. Good job. Okay. Let's loosen off that tension. Now, if you want to take your elbows out to the side and leave the bar sitting in front of your chest like this, then I'm going to suggest you put 1 or 2 rolls into that band, okay? If you want to take your hands and place them above your head like so, you can leave it at full length, okay? Shoulders won't be working too hard, but if you have trouble getting your arms right back onto the floor like this, you can hold it up. Just keep in mind that is going to make it harder, okay? So perhaps even rolling up a towel underneath your neck might just elevate. Then, you know, if you roll up a towel, it's going to come underneath your neck and come out to the sides, and then you can sort of rest your arms on them. Okay, so that might be more comfortable. Something to think about. All right, right up above the head is the hardest. Please don't do this position if you know that tonight or tomorrow your shoulders are going to be really sore, okay? Because it just means that the posture's not set properly, okay? So especially if the arms are here, all right, if one shoulder is rolling forward more than the other, you're going to end up with a few issues where you're not going to feel even and things might hurt, okay? Now we're going to take one leg at a time up to tabletop. Belly button is sinking down towards the floor. So wherever your arms are out of those 3 positions, there should be tension in that elastic there, okay? Then we're going to extend out and back to tabletop. Then the other leg, extend and tabletop. Take your time. Make sure that back is not moving away from the floor. Make sure your knee is not creeping into your chest. Out. Out. And of course, the more tension you've got here, that extension of the leg makes you work harder through the leg, but also through the hip too. So that's another thing to think about if you do feel it in the hips. So if you're ever feeling like the shoulders or the hips are just not feeling right afterwards, you should feel strong. If you're not feeling strong, please, please, please talk to me. Give me a ring or text me or email me or something so that we can have a look at how you're doing it and maybe have a discussion on where the shoulders are or whatever the case might be, okay? All right, let's finish that one. Bring those knees in towards the chest. So we're going to do the same thing in a curled position. So again, if you want to, roll it a couple of times, bring it in. It's up to you. I'm going to do it this way this time for those that are. I've actually got 3 rolls on mine. Could be because of the position I'm in. Let's go back to 2. Okay, got to be able to stretch that leg out without it tugging too much. All right, curling up, looking towards the legs. So I've actually got my elbows on the floor here. Now, I'm not pushing my elbows into the floor, otherwise I'll roll those shoulders, but I am supporting myself a little bit with them. Extend, 1, 2, 3. Now make sure you can feel those tummy muscles working. 5, 6, 7. I've said in the past you can always have the bar underneath your head as well if this is hurting your neck. So remember that one too. We're going to finish this one and we'll have a rest. Good. Let's all tuck it underneath the head just so that everyone gets a chance to feel what it's like. You might prefer it, you never know. Okay, so it's underneath the head now, underneath the neck, right at the base of the head. Let's take the legs back up and curl. Again, my elbows, I'm still keeping them on the floor, and extend. 1 and 2 and 3. So you don't want it on the neck, you want it at the very base of your head, okay? The very top of the neck. And that's gonna just move it around if it's not comfortable until you find that spot. Belly button sinking into the floor. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2. You still do need to use those tummy muscles though to keep you in this curled position. So you can't just rely on the bar and the elastic to do everything for you, okay? It's meant to be making it a little harder, not easier. Okay, we're going to take those feet to the ceiling. So now I'm going to actually put a couple more rolls into this so that I can go back to that little bicep curl position. So turn the palms, bring those elbows down by my waist, push the feet up to the ceiling. Now I'm just going to move away a little bit. So you can see I'm not going too far. All right, that's enough. About 45 degrees and you get a bit of tension there. Whoops. All right, so it looks like I'm sitting on 3.5 now. All right, belly button sinks down into the floor, elbows resting on the floor, and one leg, and up, and the other leg, and up, and 3, and up, and 4, and up. Control, don't let the back lift. 6, 7, don't let that bar twist either. Last one. Good, keep those legs there. Bring the chin into the chest. Now if you want to leave your head on the floor, go for it. But we're going to do both legs at the same time. So it's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the bar still. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring both legs up, head to the floor, knees to the chest. Good. And hug it in. Good, so you can feel that working through the legs, you can feel that working through the tummy muscles as well. Okay, so we're gonna go back to tabletop. Okay, but this time I want you to take your arms out wider. So I'm actually gonna place my hands on the end of the bar so I can take my elbows out wider. You can even hold on to the ends this way around if you like. Okay, legs are in tabletop. We'll bring the legs together and we're just going to twist over to the right. So I want you to keep the bar still. I want you to keep the elbows on the floor. So the reason I've taken my elbows and hands out wider is because when I rock to the side, they're going to help keep me balanced, okay? Otherwise, it's going to be a lot harder to balance here. And you might go too far. And if you go too far, you might end up hurting yourself if you're a bit tight and you're not connected when you go. Okay, so we want to just focus on those tummy muscles here, slowly rolling from one side to the other. Now, right at the moment, you've got that elastic sort of pulling on you or going tight as you move to the side, and then it sort of helps you back up. All right, let's come back to the center. Let's take that bar up above the head. Let's release one loop. Turn the bar around so you now have a cross. Grab hold at the ends again. All right, bring those elbows back down and out to the side and legs back to tabletop. Good, now we're going over to the side. And you can feel that the tension's a little bit different now. Okay, so before when it got tight here, even though the traveling over movement became harder, some muscles were working harder where others were slowly just not working as hard, let's say, okay? So now you can feel that coming over to the side, you don't have that same support there, so you've got to rely on yourself for a bit more control. So it's a little bit more inner thigh when you do it this way because the one that's tightening is connected to the other foot. So so at the moment, it's my left side that is tightening, but that's connected to my right leg, okay? So my right inner thigh works to support me now, okay? So depending on the tightness and how strong those are, depends on how you felt it. All right, let's come in again, hug it in. Good, okay. So I'm gonna undo that twist there. Bring the feet down to the floor and take my arms up, and I want you to come above your head like so, and I want you to feel some tension. Now right now I can get to here and there's a little bit of tension, so I want to make it so that I'm actually working harder. So I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna do 2 rolls, and then see, now there's more tension as I come away. All right, but I only want you coming to here. You don't have to go all the way above your head. So if you wanna make it a little tighter, and I think I might go for 3, okay? You can do that. So I'm gonna place my hands over the elastic now, because as you can see, when I come down to my legs, it's loosening, all right? So I don't want it to come undone. Now we've got the knees pointed to the ceiling. We're gonna take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're gonna roll up into that bridge again. This time you're gonna pull the bar up and pulse it. 3 and 4 and 5, and then roll yourself back down to the floor. So we roll up, squeeze that butt, arms up and pulse. 1, 2, keep your pulse really small. It always should be a small movement when you're pulsing. And again, roll it up, arms up and pulse. 2, 3, keeping the bar right above my face the whole time as I do that. I'm actually rolling down as I lower my arms, which you can do as long as your back is not hurting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're coming back down. Good. So the reason I said you can do that now is because we are going the next set of bridges. We were going to bring those hands back in, so make sure that you've got however many rolls you had before. Get a bit of tension there, okay? We want to hold it. Now, before we go any further, and I think I might loosen it off just a little bit now, so I've gone down to 2. Before we go any further, I want you to push your hands and your bar like you're pushing it up to the ceiling. And as you do that, you can feel those shoulder blades pulling away from the floor. Shoulders pull off the floor. Right, now I want you to breathe out and let the shoulders completely sink back. And you'll find that they feel like your arms go a little wider. You might even put a little bit more of a bend in your elbows, not too much though. Okay, let's hold that there, keep the shoulders in position and roll up into a bridge. And we're going to pulse it down almost to the floor and squeeze and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna roll back down. Bring the bar into the chest just to rest those arms. So again, we're gonna push that bar right up to the ceiling, stretch that upper back. Deep breath out, allow the shoulders to sink down to the floor. Roll up into your bridge and pulse those hips. 1, 2, squeeze your bum. 3, 4, 5, roll back down and bring the elbows out and the bar down to the chest again. Once more. Push up all the way, pull those shoulders away from the floor. Relax down. Roll up. Hips pulse for 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Roll down and lower the arms. Good, okay. Place that bar on your hips. Take your arms above your head. So you don't have to get them all the way back to the floor. What I want you to do is, let's just go with the right arm. So we're gonna push the hand. So I'm trying to like make a high 5 position with my hand. Okay, so I'm trying to push my hand towards that wall, okay? Then I'm gonna take the other arm and I'm gonna grab hold of my wrist. So left hand is holding the right wrist. And I'm gonna stretch those arms up. So trying to reach the wall behind me, keeping the wrist flexed, and bend the elbows and relax. Okay, let's come back over. Left arm now, make that high 5 position with your arm, with your hand, and push that arm up above your head. So it can be higher, that's fine. Use your right hand, grab your wrist, and stretch those arms. So the greatest stretch is gonna come through right now on that left side, the high 5 hand side, okay? And then we're gonna bend both arms and bring them back into the front. All right, so you're getting a good stretch and a release through those shoulders and your arms as well. Because now we're gonna do some side lying. Are we gonna do some side lying? Yeah, we'll do one thing, side lying, okay. All right, let's do side lying. Okay, roll over. If you want to go a little harder, you can double up, place this elastic onto the other top foot as well. It's up to you. We're going to come up here. Since Terry's not here, I'm going to bend your bottom leg, okay? Okay, so I'm holding the bar nice and strong. You can see where my elbow is sitting. It's right underneath my shoulder. So first thing, lift the rib cage, then make sure the elbow's under the shoulder. Then I just take my hand and I grab the bottom of the bar so it doesn't move. Top hand is on the inside here, so it's pushing that bar to hold it here. And you lift your elbow a little bit so you can get your posture strong. All right, tuck your tailbone under, belly button back. You're gonna lift that hip, lift that leg, lower the leg, and then lower the hip. Now, if you find that's too much on that supporting shoulder, you can just do some little lifts here. And Terry, if you're doing it later stage, you can go all the way down to the floor. Okay, so you don't have to be up on your shoulder, but I'd like you to try this one. Shoulder back, hand up, leg down, lower the hips. Hips up, leg down, lower the hips. Hips up, leg down, lower the hips. Don't sink into that shoulder, okay? Don't sink into the shoulder. That tap is super gentle onto the floor. This is your last one. It's all controlled. Good job. All right, release that tension in the elastic carefully. Don't try anything funny, just change heads. So I bend bottom leg. Adjust your elastic if you doubled it up. Okay. Lift the rib cage, elbow under the shoulder, grab hold of the bottom of the bar. Use the other hand to push that bar into an upright position. All right, top hip, pull it up and over so you're sitting right up on top of the other hip. Belly button back, strong in the pelvis. And lift, up, down, and lower. Hip, leg, and hip. Hip, leg, and hip. Hip, leg, and hip. Hip, leg. Once more, and up, down, and down. Good job. All right, so you're sitting up. No, you're not finished, but you're sitting up. Okay, we're going to roll the shoulders back. Just sit how you feel comfortable. If you want to bend your knees, do so. Drop your chin down to your chest. Take your chin to the ceiling. And forward. Good, push the chest forward. Even if your legs are bent, it doesn't matter. Then just relax your neck. Let your arms relax. And then sit up tall again. Good, okay. Let's come on to all fours. So keeping the bar as it is. Now, I've had a few people say that they just don't like all fours because they don't like being on their fists like so, which is fine. I don't particularly like it either. You can do this, but I know that's not hugely comfortable either. If you've got something that you can use as padding, go for it. The other option is, and if I come forward without losing those straps, is you can use your mat as padding. So I'm going to roll it. I'm going to roll it enough times it's not going to come out, okay? And then I can rest my hands on it, okay? It is a little bit more comfortable. Now, I did have one lady show me that she does this, which is fine, but what you need to keep in mind if you're doing this is that there's no support on that bar, okay? When you extend, all right, you can see that I don't have much tension. It nearly falls off my foot when I bring it in, and the bar can move, all right? So it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. So play with it. Find something that makes this a little bit more comfortable for you. I will stop after each set just so that we can have a chance to relax the fingers and wrists, okay? So I'm going to go with 1.5 rolls. Shoulders back, strong posture, Belly button gently to the spine. Have a look where the knees are. They should be under the hips. Right leg is extending out and pull it in. 1, and I want you to slide that foot along the floor as you do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it in, change sides. And 1, 2, 3. Keep that upper body still. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So I'm going to place the bar closer to me. I'm going to circle the wrists. And I'm even going to flick my fingers, whatever this is called, just to loosen up the fingers as well. Okay, going back into position, shoulders back. And this time I'm going to extend that leg, tap it across the body and kick it out to the side. Tap it across the body and kick it out. Now don't cross too far, otherwise you twist your body, okay? Belly button back and we go tap, kick, tap, kick, tap, kick, tap, kick. Once more, tap, kick, center it and bring it in. Extend out the other leg, tap and kick, tap, kick, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center it, bring it in, bring the bar closer, wherever you're comfortable. Wrists, other way, fingers, open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little shake. All right, shoulders might be feeling it too, so you can loosen them up because we're coming back into position. All right, here we go again. No, not yet. Come back to your seated position. What I want you to do is change the bar ends, okay? So you're gonna have a cross. So my cross is sitting there, okay? Coming around, cross is in front of me. All right, come onto all fours. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna maneuver it around until that cross is sitting between my knees, okay? So the cross is now here. If I turn, you can see, all right, there's the cross there. That's where I want it, okay? So it just means maneuvering yourself around so that the handles are in the right spot. Okay, I'm going to go with 1.5 rolls again. Shoulders back, nice and strong. I'll give you a moment just to make sure you're all sorted and back in position and ready and raring to go and that Louise hasn't fallen asleep. All right, we're gonna keep the knee bent and we're gonna do our hydrant. Been a while, my knees are sticking to the mat from this humidity. Out, 1, 2. Now don't tilt the whole body, it's just a leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. 1, 2. Knee to the floor each time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Okay. Wrists, fingers, time check. Untwist. Make sure you untwist. Don't twist it again. You can lie yourself down onto your tummy. Make sure everything's even. Come on down. Once you're down on the floor, take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. You can feel yourself sink into the floor when you do that. Everything just relaxes. So you relax your legs, your ankles drop out. or do they drop in? You roll off your knees, thighs roll out, hips have just completely collapsed out there. Tummy has flattened itself into the floor. Chest has flattened itself into the floor. All right, take that bar, take it and rest it on the top of the head or just off the head. Elbows are out to the side. Okay. So now we're going to connect. So I want you to take a breath in. When you breathe out, I want you to draw that belly button back. And as you do that, you're keeping your hips on the floor, but you can feel the pelvis tilt slightly. You can feel the butt squeeze slightly. And the belly button isn't pushing into the floor anymore. I want you to try and hold that there. Now draw the shoulders away from the ears so that you're lengthening the back of the neck. Your forehead should be resting on your mat. All right, now you're going to take another breath in without losing anything that we've just put together. And as you breathe out, you're going to lift the upper body and the lower body at the same time. So legs and arms coming up and breathe in gently down. Now you should still have that connection. You should still have the belly button lifting off the floor. You shouldn't have collapsed and sunk into the floor. All right, so you want to stay. This is what we're going to call floating on top of the floor, okay? Not sitting in it. So we want to keep floating on top of the floor every time we come down. So we're going to breathe out and come up and breathe in and lower down. Still just sitting on top of the floor. And again, breathe out, coming up and breathe in, lower down. Now, if you do need to leave your arms on the floor, you can do. That'll take any pressure out of your neck and shoulders. Of course, you can always do one leg at a time if you like as well for your lower back. As long as when you come back down, you are still strong. You are still just sitting, lying right on top of the floor. Shoulders haven't moved. Deep breath out and in. Let's do two more. Deep breath out and in. And last one. Deep breath out. Now, just as I said, last one doesn't mean you can collapse. Okay, you're going to come down. You can rest your elbows on the floor, but you still have that belly button back. You still have that pelvis in the same position. All right. We're going to take the upper body up and try and keep the legs on the floor. So deep breath out, and then we're going to do the twist. So we're going to tap one end of the bar to the floor, then the other. And 1 and 2. You're rocking over the rib cage. 4, 5, 6. Stop if you need to. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Center it and lower down. Now this time, if you need to take the pressure out of your neck and shoulders, you're going to lift the arms only and twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and center and lower down. Good. You're going to do that once more. Up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and lower down. Good. Okay, legs now. Lengthen them. Swimmer kick. And lower. Don't collapse. So when I lower, my knees hit the floor, tops of my feet hit the floor, but nothing collapses into the floor. Because remember, when you collapse into the floor, the ankles drop out or they drop inwards. You roll off your knees. Your hips collapse into the floor. We don't want to do that, okay? So, strong so that the heels are pointed to the ceiling. The knees are on the floor properly. And we're going to lengthen the legs. And swimmer. And breathe out. Lower down. Don't collapse. Lengthen the legs, swimmer kick, and lower down. Now you can always do this one leg at a time if it's too much on your back. Lengthen and swimmer kick,
and down. And lengthen and swimmer kick. And down. And last one, lengthen and swimmer kick. And down. Good, okay. I want you to take your right heel and try and tap your bum with your right heel. So pull it in. And then push it away and lengthen that leg till it comes off the floor. And do it again. Heel taps towards the bum. Point the toe or stretch the leg out. Heel, knee is off the floor. Heel to the bum, knee off the floor. Heel to the bum. Try and keep your knee off the floor the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really lengthen that leg. Take it down. Other side, lengthen, heel tap, and stretch. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. My elastic was falling off my foot. 4, 5, 5 again. One more for good luck. Take it down. Nearly lost the handle, nearly fell off my foot. Okay. Child's pose. Nice big stretch. Stretch out those arms. Release. Take the knees out to the width of your mat. Sink the chest towards the floor. Good. Release. You can let go of your bar. Come onto all fours. Don't worry about your elastics. Okay. Push the spine to the ceiling. Cat stretch. Keep your weight in the center. Don't travel backwards. All right. Let's arch the other way. Open up the chest. Look forward. And again, up to the ceiling. Chin onto the chest, look at your legs, don't travel backwards. And straight down through the center. And then find the middle and release. Right, you are now free to slip your feet out of your handles. Have a seat and we'll have a really good stretch. Sitting up nice and tall. Push the chest forward, get that stretch in the back of the legs, then relax your neck and relax your shoulders. And take another breath in and a deep breath out. See if you can relax a little bit more. Good, belly button back. And we'll sit up tall. Good, bring the soles of the feet together. Gently take those elbows and push the knees towards the floor. Hold it, take a breath in. Breathe out, go a little further. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out a little further. Drop that chin right down to your chest, relax your neck. Carefully, slowly release. Shake it out. Outside of the hips now, right leg across the body, pull it back, sit up tall, hug it in, turn to the right, keep pulling up. Slowly come back around, change legs, sit up tall, turn the other way. And back around. Okay, shake it all out. We're coming up onto our knees now, so swing those legs around and up you come. Squeeze your bum a little, take your right leg forward. Square yourself up and pelvic tilt. Hair's a mess. Whew. Must have worked hard. Good, changing legs. Pelvic tilt, hold.
and release. Okay, so tuck the toes, push yourself back into your crouch position. If you need to get that butt higher, then do so. Drop your chin down to your chest. Let your arms hang. Feel the stretch around that upper back area there. Don't force it, let gravity pull those arms towards the floor. Draw the belly button back. Slowly roll yourself up all the way to the top. And stand up nice and tall. Good, don't look in the mirror. Open, breathe out, squeeze, and breathe in. Breathe out, gentle squeeze, and breathe in. Arms down. Right arm up and over. Lengthen out that arm at the top there. And the other side. Lengthen out the arms so you get a good stretch underneath there. Good. And back up. Drop your chin to your chest. Take that chin to the ceiling. Back down again. Roll your chin along your chest to the right shoulder. Gently nod 3 times. Nice big nod. 1, 2, 3. Roll the chin along the chest to the other side. 3 big head nods. 1, 2, 3. And roll back to the center and look forward. Deep breath in and out. Breathe in, shoulders up. And breathe out. Breathe in, gently take the elbows back. And breathe out. And breathing in and out. Shoulders up and down. Elbows back. And release. All right, well done everyone. Good work, good work. How are you feeling? Wasn't too bad tonight, was it? Pretty easy? All right, good night everyone. Have a good one. Take care.